These are my top 8 picks for spring 2024. This is the designer version, and I'll be doing the niche spring version of this list in a couple of days. So these are 8 designer fragrances made for the spring. So whilst these are great fragrances for the spring, they're also going to be a fragrance we can double up on. So maybe we could wear one for a date night, maybe we could wear one to a formal event, and we'll go through these as we go through the video. So starting off with number 8, this is Heritage by GUERLAIN. This is the Eau de Parfum version. Now with GUERLAIN, I never know whether to call them a designer or niche brand. You can let me know in the comments what you think, if they're a designer or niche. They're one of those in-between brands, I think, that no one seems to know whether to call them a designer or niche. So Heritage EDP is a very classy and refined fragrance. It does smell quite old school. It has that old school twist to it that you'll recognize from smelling fragrances that were released in like the 1980s and 90s. It's very aromatic. You have some citruses in here with lavender and patchouli. It has almost this kind of fresh, spicy feel to it, but it smells really upmarket and refined, and I think the performance of this is excellent for this type of fragrance. This would work great in the spring because the citruses remind me of the kind of sunshine, but also the woodiness and the aromatic notes you get in here are perhaps suited for when it's a little bit cooler. This one could double up also as a formal events fragrance. You could wear it as a signature scent as well if you like that kind of mature old school feel. This is a really good formal occasion fragrance, would work great for a wedding or any kind of upmarket classy event. This is Heritage EDP, fantastic for spring. By the way, I'm going to call these 8 to 1 in the numbers, but they're not in any particular order, just 8 fragrances I absolutely love. In at number 7, this is AZZARO, the Most Wanted Parfum. This is a very airy vanilla fragrance with a beautiful, zesty, zingy, energetic ginger note. It's quite unique in the fact that it's a men's vanilla based fragrance, that it works well in the warmer weather. I think spring is a perfect time to wear AZZARO, the Most Wanted Parfum, because it has the sweetness from the vanilla, but it's quite airy and it's not too challenging and heavy. Also, it has this energetic spiciness from the ginger, which make it perfect for the warmer weather. This would work great as a date night fragrance. We're doubling up all of these fragrances. This would be a date night fragrance as well because it's got that vanilla sweetness that women really like, and I think this would work very well on a date night. Next, we have Tom Ford COSTA AZZURA Parfum. This one is a little bit more expensive than the other ones we've looked at so far, and to be honest, if you can't buy it at a slightly discounted price, I'd perhaps look at something else. This is very woody, it's very masculine, and to me it's really unique. I haven't smelled anything really that's like this, apart from the other ones in the COSTA AZZURA line by Tom Ford. It's very woody. It has cypress as well, which adds this kind of greenness, but the woodiness in here is the strongest note, and that's what makes it really masculine. This one smells quite salty to me as well. As it goes through to the dry down, you get a kind of saltiness, which really remind me of being on the beach, but the woodiness gives it the backbone, so it makes it not really a summer fragrance, although you could arguably wear it in the summer if it's not too warm. It's not something I'd choose in the summer. For me, it smells like a kind of cold, windy beach. If you're standing in maybe a beach in Cornwall when it's not quite the summer and it's windy, you have the ocean breeze, the saltiness. Also, there is seaweed and beechwood on the floor, and you get the woodiness from there as well as the saltiness from the sea breeze. That's what this reminds me of. Doubling up this fragrance, it could work really well as a signature scent. I know one of my friends wears COSTA AZZURA EDP as a signature scent. I think this parfum version would also work great as a signature scent you can wear all year round. It smells very masculine and does have this expensive feel to it. In at number 5, this one has really grown on me. This is SPICEBOMB Night Vision EDP. When I first tried it, I really wasn't that bothered by it because I love the spiciness you get in the other SPICEBOMB line, the warming sensation, and this one doesn't really smell very spicy to me, so it didn't really feel like it was a SPICEBOMB fragrance exactly. But I've come to really enjoy this. Every time I wear it, I seem to enjoy it more and more because it smells so smooth and so well blended. This one isn't very spicy, but it does have a beautiful green apple opening, plenty of herbal notes as well. You could think this smells similar to like a blue fragrance. Think of a blue fragrance that you smell. It has a similar vibe to it. It's really easy to wear. It's very versatile. There are no situations really where this wouldn't work, but it smells very smooth and well blended. This is the safest in the SPICEBOMB line, but I still recommend you try everything before you buy it. This one has also a really interesting nutty note, like a pistachio note in the dry down. Just gives it a bit more character, makes it a more interesting fragrance. Let's look at another underrated fragrance. This is Hermes H24. This is the original. I know now there are 3 to choose from. There's this one, the EDP, which is a lot more green and a bit more challenging to wear. And there's also a new one called Herbs or Herbes Givray. I'm not sure what it's called. I have actually got a bottle of it ready to go on my sample website. But that one is more suited for the summer, in my opinion. And I will be doing a review on that shortly. This is the original EDT. And for me, it's the best of the line so far, mainly because the EDP is a bit more challenging. This one is so easy to wear. This is like transparent, it's metallic, it's very modern. It smells like really modern perfumery, nothing like I've smelt before. And it's just a really easy grab and go fragrance. I've actually worn this to the gym before. And what this does, more than perhaps a lot of the fragrances on this list, is it really envelopes you in this scent bubble. So you'll smell it often. You'll smell it all the time. It's not one that I go nose blind to. It's throughout the day, you'll just keep getting whiffs of it. I really enjoy smelling fragrances on myself throughout the day. This one is very clean, transparent, metallic, and different. This could double up again as a signature scent, similar to COSTA AZZURA. There's really not an occasion where you couldn't wear this. You can wear it to the office, to the gym. On a date night, if you want to smell really clean and modern, it would work well for that occasion as well. This has really good performance and it's quite underrated in my opinion. Down to the last 3, we have an Elixir now. This is Guilty Elixir. For me, this is one of the best Elixir fragrances that have been released so far. This is phenomenal. I love this, and it's one of those fragrances that you enjoy more the more you wear it. This one is quite similar to Pegasus and Reflection Man, but more so Pegasus in my opinion. It's not a clone, it just has some similarities to Pegasus with this floral vanilla note that you get in here. This smells very vanilla-like, it's floral and has some spices in the opening. This smells really expensive and high quality. It is quite an expensive fragrance. I think it's like £100 for 60ml, so it is quite expensive. It's not one that I would want to wear as a signature scent. This one for me is great for spring, but it's also good as a going out or formal fragrance. If you're going to any kind of party where you're dressing a bit nicer, wear this and it's going to smell phenomenal on you, I promise. This is really strong, great performance, and it's a fantastic release by Gucci. What I like about this is it's not keeping in line with other designer fragrances. They've tried something different. They've tried to be a bit brave, I think. And in my opinion, it's worked because this smells really different, unique, and interesting. Kenzo EDP. This one epitomizes spring. This is a very interesting fragrance with a sea breeze note mixed with a woody leather. Smells very masculine and has a high quality feel to it. This one does smell different to a lot of other designer fragrances, and I really like unique fragrances that smell different. Just gives us a different variety. This one certainly does that because it's a marine fragrance. It's a men's marine fragrance with this woody leathery note that you don't get in other fragrances. So think sea salt and sea breeze mixed with leather. I want to double this up as anything. You could wear this on a summer holiday when you are going to a nice place, a nice restaurant in the evening. You're wearing a button-down shirt and you want to smell really masculine and classy. That's when I would wear Kenzo Hom EDP. It does do a similar thing to me to Acqua di Gio Profumo. They don't smell the same, but I would wear them in similar situations. They're both marine notes, but with a strong masculine backbone. And lastly, one of the most popular fragrances on my sample website in the last few months. This is Le Beau Le Parfum. For me, this is better than the newest Le Beau Paradise Garden that came out recently. This one is fantastic for spring and also summer, so it could double up as a vacation fragrance and also a going out fragrance. If you're going out with your friends, having fun, going to a club, going to a bar, wearing Le Beau Le Parfum would work great because of the sweetness. This is a juicy pineapple mixed with tropical coconut and a sweet tonka bean dry down. So it does have this youthful feel from the sweetness. It's not too youthful that you can't wear it if you're a bit older. It's just that the sweetness gives this a youthful feel. I think this is great for the spring because although it is a tropical fragrance that smells quite summery, because of the sweetness and the depth, you can wear this in the cold weather as well. This is the best performing in the Jean Paul Gaultier Le Beau line, and it's also the most versatile because it suits more situations than Le Beau the original and Paradise Garden, which I think are more suited just for the hotter weather. This one has the added depth and sweetness, meaning you can wear it more all year round. So these are 8 designer fragrances that I personally think are fantastic for spring, but we've also doubled a lot of them up so you can wear them to the office, on a date night, to a formal occasion, on vacation somewhere, and hopefully you got something from this video. Let me know what's your favorite spring designer fragrance. See you soon.